Royal Virgin Islands Police Force gets ready to celebrate Police Week. Cancer Society has a new home.
More election updates as general election draws near and one dead while another is injured in Huntum's Ghut shooting. These and more stories when 284 News returns.
When you need to stay connected with friends and families at home or abroad, the best choice for you is Freedom. CCT Freedom. With the lowest rates in the market, our Freedom plan gives you unlimited calls and texting. Plus, our Freedom One package includes 10 gigabits of super fast, unlimited LTE data and unlimited calls to the BVI, USA, USVI, Canada, Puerto Rico, and UK lines. Why pay for overages when you can enjoy CCT Freedom? Stop by at one of our stores today and speak with one of our representatives to find out more about our CCT Freedom packages. Welcome everybody. It's Friday, February 8, 2019. I'm Javon Wilson.
And I'm Ron Grant. Topping our newscast today, the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force will be celebrating Police Week in a few weeks under the theme A Resilient Territory, A Resilient People, A Resilient Royal Virgin Islands Police Force, resilient in serving and protecting. The week of events begin on Wednesday, February 27, 2019, with an international food night featuring a cook-off competition among officers, then to bingo on March 1st with a cash prize, and on Sunday, March 3rd, a talent expo featuring the wackiest hairstyles. Other events scheduled include a church service at St. George's Anglican Church, police debate competition, presentation to the Family Support Network, and an awards dinner to end the week-long event. The aim of the week is to highlight the work done by members of the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force. Jovan, though Police Week is celebrated every year, I think more than ever, the timing is impeccable.
Yes, and it's certainly something people will be looking forward to. Moving right along, the BVI Cancer Society now has a new home that was dedicated via a short, impactful ceremony on Monday, February 4, 2019, a day also designated as World Cancer Day. The new office is now conveniently located on Main Street, Roetown, in the Irvine's Place building, directly opposite the VP Bank. Gloria Foy, president of the BVI Cancer Society, expressed how monumental the opening was as we collectively thrive towards a cancer-free society.
It was very important that the BVI Cancer Society opened its office officially on February 4th, World Cancer Day. This is a day that empowers us across the world, including the British Virgin Islands, to show support, raise our collective voice, take personal action, and press our government to do more. Why? Because 9.6 million people die each year from cancer. This is more than HIV, AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis combined. By 2030, experts project cancer deaths to rise to 13 million. I am pleading with you all in the public, whoever you are, whether you are a cancer survivor, a co-worker, a caregiver, a friend, a leader, a healthcare worker, a teacher, or even a student, you have the power to take action for a cancer-free world. We must be the catalyst for change. And in line with the theme, I am and I will.
The event was attended by leader of the Virgin Islands Party, Honorable Andrew A. Foy, and Minister of Health and Social Development, the Honorable Marlon Penn, who gave brief remarks and was bestowed with the honor of cutting the ribbon alongside past founder of the BVI Cancer Society, Mrs. Dawn Leonard. Additionally, purple balloons were released to pay tribute to the cancer survivors, the fighters, and the taken.
A shooting incident on Sunday evening has claimed the life of 34-year-old Dominican national Aaron Charles of Huntum's Ghut, while leaving a 17-year-old injured. In a press release issued by the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force on Monday, officials said at this time, details surrounding the circumstances in this incident are limited. Police continue to interview persons, therefore witnesses to this incident are being asked to contact the Royal Virgin Islands Police Force Major Crime Team at 368-9342. This is the first murder for the BVI for the year, and police say investigations are ongoing. The Royal Virgin Islands Police Force further guaranteed that an increased number of armed officers has been deployed to police the territory streets since the start of the year.
All right, up next, deadline for customs duty exemption draws near and more election updates. Stick around, we'll be right back with more 284 News.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, it will read his mind. There the answer comes.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
A memorandum received from the Financial Secretary to the Commissioner of Customs outlines and notifies the public that the deadline for receiving and approving requests for customs duty exemptions is March 31st, 2019. The memorandum further outlined that following the hurricanes of 2017, relief has been provided to the residents of the territory on items that were damaged and lost. The last order published addressed items such as marine vessel engines, building supplies, electrical fixtures, plumbing fixtures, and household furniture. The office has been in receipt of several requests for exemptions this year. According to the memorandum, the policy thus far has been to exceptionally approve the exemptions once the importer is able to provide evidence or proof of the purchase prior to December 31st, 2018. After the deadline of March 31st, 2019, the office will be notifying persons that they will no longer be accepting requests for such exemptions.
Leader of the Progressive Virgin Islands movement, Honorable Ronnie Skelton, under his political campaign, has now promised a tax break for low-income individuals and better salaries for select public servants. He now guarantees a $15,000 income tax exemption, which currently stands at $10,000 per financial year. This $15,000 proposal was, of course, met with contentious cries since it was promised on his prior campaign trail under a more financially stable economy. Now, considering our inability to facilitate it then, it now begs the question of what the policy objective of this is. The BVI's financial sovereignty is threatened. There's a deficit on the previous budget that would have required a $50 million loan from CDB to bridge the gap, of course, between the revenue and the expenditure necessary to operate the government. Now, with that said, political observers have now questioned whether we can realistically accommodate PVIM's proposal within this financial climate, especially considering that we will now need to capitalize on every opportunity to cut expenditure and diversify the economy to increase revenue that can and will lift us out of the current financial constraints. Honorable Skelton, however, went on to reassure the people that he is the man for the job, listing some of the financial accomplishments under his leadership, namely NHI, the $10,000 tax exemption, free tuition at HLSCC, and completion of the People's Hospital.
And on to another set of election updates. As election draws near, the Office of the Supervisor of Elections has issued additional notices. In a press conference earlier this week, Supervisor of Elections Ms. Juliet Penn informed the public that nomination day has been extended to February 14, 2019, and that advance polling would take place on February 21st, 2019, beginning at 9 a.m. until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. She also explained that persons who will be eligible to go to the polls on February 21st are persons like the elderly, anyone that is literate, persons who are traveling, prisoners on remand, and election workers. Those persons in prison will have to make the request to participate in advanced polling. And as it relates to those traveling on February 25th, they will have to present their itinerary, while those who are sick will have to present a doctor's report. More than 14,000 persons have registered to vote for the upcoming general elections, Jovan. And this figure surpasses the number of registered voters in the 2015 general elections. Additionally, political candidates affiliated with a party can no longer assign 2 or even 1 polling agent to monitor the individual interests at the polling station on election day. Amendments to the Territories Election Act now reserves that right for political parties and independent candidates only. The preliminary voters list has also been published at various locations in the district for the public's perusal. Governor Augustus Jasper also informed that he has invited election observers from the Commonwealth Parliament Terry Association, which will be led by the Honorable Pam Webster of Anguilla. The presence of election observers is nothing new to the BVI, and the governor stated that they were invited to organize a team to observe the election process in the BVI against international standards, commitments, and obligations, as well as local laws.
A lot of vital rules and regulations as we count down to elections 2019, of course,
Definitely.
in efforts to guarantee transparency.
And have a smooth process as well.
All right. 284 News now takes the time to express our deepest sympathy to all the families that would have lost their loved ones this past week. You are in our thoughts and prayers.
Up next, we've got regional and international news, as well as Ricky with the weekend vibes. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back. You're watching 284 News.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
And on the regional scene, the management of the University of the West Indies, Mona, is scrambling to reassure students that the campus is still safe following the discovery of a body on the campus. Panic broke out at the St. Andrew-based institution early Tuesday morning as word spread that a body was discovered in a pond close to the university chapel near the campus's main gate. The deceased has been identified as 69-year-old medical doctor Judith Rose Spencer, who lived on Great House Boulevard in Mona, St. Andrew. But as investigations from the Jamaica Force examined the scene, staff and students began to speculate about the circumstances that could have led to Rose Spencer's ending up in the pond, which, though in a remote location on the campus, is not very far from where students would venture for personal time. They lamented how unsafe the campus felt and chided the university administration for not doing enough to secure it.
A lot of scares in our schools recently. We've seen here locally. I'm seeing this as well. And even in Guyana, there was a bomb scare at the University of Guyana over this past week as well. So we have to be very careful and make sure we put measures in place to secure our students. All right, and in the international scene, actor Christophe St. John, also popularly known as Neil Smith of past soap opera The Young and the Restless, has died at the age of 52, allegedly to an alcohol overdose. Sadly, Christophe also lost his son in 2014 to suicide while he was enrolled at a mental facility. It is alleged that since then, Christophe has struggled to come to grips with this reality, and just weeks before his death, Christophe retweeted a message that seems to eerily foreshadow his fate. Take a look. He was nominated 9 times for Daytime Emmy Awards and won 10 NAACP Image Awards. Many celebrities have since taken to social media to extend condolences and to celebrate the life of Mr. St. John, who made quite a splash in his professional and personal life. And that's it for your regional and your international news. Up next, we've got Ricky bringing you your entertainment 411. Stick around. You're watching 284 News.
Yes, blessed love, greetings. It is I, Ricky, with an I, and this is the Weekend Vibes. No, first and foremost, please do not ask me for Billy Joe Bob Thornton. I do not know who the guy is. I do not know how the guy got on Weekend Vibes. I do not understand why he was here. So please do not ask me for Billy Joe Bob Thornton. What you can ask me though is what's going on this weekend, and I will tell you that on Friday you just leave work, you can go to different places. You can go to Christian at the backyard, that's on Main Street. You can stop by the Pier Park, you can go to Tropics, you can go to Coconut Lounge, you can go up to Huntum's Ghut, you can go to Ramon's. So that is something that you go to on Friday. No, on Saturday is a whole different turn up. So on Saturday now you can go up to the curb because there's a color party in a sense. So they say it's kind of election themed. So you put on whatever color you're representing in terms of party that you want to say you are affiliated with. If you want to be neutral, you just wear white, straight up. If I go, I'm wearing, what would I wear? I don't know what I'll wear if I go, but yeah. And next thing that's going on Saturday, there's a Valentine type theme party over at the Vault that's in Longbush, and there's like 4 amazing DJs, 4 local DJs. You got DJ Grim, you got DJ Dre, you got Lady Mix, who's also our current Miss BBI, as well as DJ Rookie, and that's all good being done by Keep Doing Positive Promotions. Now, it's a bit quiet this weekend, but next weekend it's going to be straight up lit, because next weekend you have the Shensia show, and next weekend CCT is going to be on the road doing a special promotion next week Friday. So definitely you gotta look out to see exactly where CCT is. Check them out, because they might be giving away some very interesting stuff. Okay, so that's me for the Weekend Vibes, and you know, as I always say, if you want to advertise right here on the Weekend Vibes, send us an email to advertise@284media.com, and we'll see what we can do for you. Yes, it's on. This has been Ricky with an I. This has been the Weekend Vibes. I will catch you next week. Bless up. Yes, I.
And that's it for your entertainment roundup. And of course, this week's 284 News. Be sure to like us on Facebook at 284 Media and 284 BVI, on Instagram as well as Twitter. I'm Javon Wilson.
And I'm Ron Grant. And this news segment is proudly sponsored by As You Like It Hair and Barbershop, located in the Mill Mall, right upstairs of Cito's Restaurant. They cater to everything beauty, hair, braiding, manicures and pedicures, and lots more. Their friendly and talented staff are waiting for you, so make sure you check them out. As You Like It Hair and Barbershop. Be sure to join us again next week, everybody, as we deliver honest and impartial news right here on 284 News. Happy Friday, everybody.
Goodbye.
Brilliant Hands and Minds tutoring services, one-on-one tutorials in math and English, intense homework assistance, academic enrichment, school projects, effective communication and public speaking development, sign language for adults and children on Saturdays only. Registered with the Virgin Islands High School Certificate Program, Brilliant Hands and Minds can help you too. Offering intense curriculum-based training to help you or your loved ones get their high school diploma. It's time to make your family's education a #1 priority. Hurry, space is limited. Brilliant Hands and Minds Learning Center. We are the trained education professionals.